Oh my god, guys, me and Casper are stuck inside in a windstorm. No one cares. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Can't lie to you guys, I've lost a lot of weight, and damn, I look sexy today. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, Habibis. We are out here to talk Liverpool Football Club. It's been a while since I've done one of these purely Liverpool solo videos that I like to do by myself, where we just talk about the football club that we love. Big up to you guys. Big up to everyone watching right now, or if you're watching on the replay. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Everyone right now, hit the like button. Everyone right now, subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Make sure you guys are sharing the video everywhere. Hit that share button. Big up to all my super chatters. Big up to all the people who have shown us all the love and support across the months. You get me? You guys have been absolutely electric, and we've had an electric start to 2024. Alhamdulillah, you guys have been absolutely incredible. To all the people denying that I am just a symbol of beauty in the Middle East, you guys are just full of shit. You get me? Let's not do this. This is Lauren's favorite picture in her whole life. Big up, man. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe to This is Football. Just came home from outside. I was hanging out, and now we're here to talk Liverpool Football Club. Big up the chat. Big up to my guy Trentishism. Big up to Total Eclipse, Toka, Yasser, Lauren the Rod. Big up to Wolves FI, Edrin, Chino. Big up to Yasser. Big up to Graham. Big up to you. Or you know how people from the Middle East pronounce Graham? Graham. That's how they will pronounce it. Big up to Ray. Big up to Zaim. Who else am I bigging up? Who else? Big up to Dustin. Man like Dustin. Man like Captain Sial. Man like Drunk Vigo. Man like Ed. Big up to Cello. Big up to Nico. Big up to Hamza. Big up to Revenite. Who else am I bigging up? Big up to Enzo as well. You know, because he's at the FA Cup. Anyway, guys, we're here. Big up Becky. Big up Cat Sunday. Hope the grand kids are good. Big up to Yasser. Big up Jonathan as well. Big up to Elber, and big up to you guys, Habibis. Listen, we're here to talk transfers. We're here to talk Liverpool Football Club. I feel like, big up Mojigi. I feel like there's, you know, a lot to unpack as a Liverpool fan. Big up Bad Vibes, Sophia. Big up Love Art, Kado. Khalas, enough big ups. Let's just talk football now. You know what it is, you guys? I feel like there's a lot to unpack. You know, as a Liverpool fan, there's so much to speak about, both positive and negative. There is a lot for us to address. I feel like, you know, headed into the future, headed into where we're at, you know, the position, you know, that we're in is a very good position. Obviously, currently in the league, Europa League, we're through, stuff like that. But I feel like today's video is an important video, you know, and we have to kind of just address a couple of things. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room, guys. Let's address the elephant in the room. Actually, I'll only how about I will only address the elephant in the room if we get to 100 likes, because I don't like the fact that we're on 65 likes. I'm not even going to address the elephant in the room because you guys think I'm not going to talk about Mbappe. I'm going to talk about Mbappe. I'm going to talk about the possibilities. I'm going to talk about a lot. Red Line of Terang already knows. You guys slap the like button, you might hear some transfer news tonight. Hit the like button right now, you bunch of frauds. Not even on 100 likes. It's 2:30 a.m. in Jordan. So, I'll not start with the elephant in the room since we aren't on 100 likes yet. I'll start with something else. You know, there's a reason why I kind of put Trent on today's thumbnail. I feel like Trent is a very important topic for me. And it's not just a topic because of Trent's injury. I'm here to talk about the positives of Trent. And you know, the reason why Trent is on the thumbnail is because Trent Alexander-Arnold, make no mistake, is the best right back in the whole world. Trent is a player that I would not be trading, you know, for, unless it's like some unbelievable, unreal talent I'm trading him for. But Trent Alexander-Arnold is a player that I want to see at Liverpool Football Club for the rest of his career. The step up that Trent has had this season is a step up for the ages, because what Trent done last season compared to Trent this year is literally night and day. And you guys need to understand something. There's a reason why as soon as Trent makes a mistake, it's literally trending on Twitter. How many mistakes have we seen Trippier make this season? How many mistakes have we seen Kyle Walker make this season? How many mistakes have we seen countless right backs all over the world make this season? As soon as Trent gets dribbled past once, you see people directly, Trent can't defend. It's trending on Twitter. Trent this, Trent that. You know why? Because Trent is a generational talent that doesn't usually come out of the English game. And Trent is a threat to all their historical, iconic right backs. Guys, let's be honest. Reece James ain't no threat. Kyle Walker ain't no threat. These guys ain't no threat to the unbelievable, unreal right backs that we've had in the game. If I say that Trent Alexander-Arnold as a footballer is one of the best, if not the best, possibly right backs that we have seen in our whole life, no one can say nothing. Passing ability, unbelievable. He has the passing ability of a midfielder, you know, kind of like the Liverpool quarterback, if you would like. You know, that's a reference. Lauren will understand the fraudulent American. But anyway, like these are the things that I talk about when it comes to players stepping up. You know, you cannot be successful in football, in my opinion, without having a X factor. Trent is one of the X factors. We've got 4 X factors at Liverpool Football Club: Alisson, Trent, Virgil, and Mo Salah. These are the 4 X factors we have at Liverpool Football Club that separate us from becoming an Arsenal or becoming a Spurs or becoming a whoever. These 4 X factors win you games. These 4 X factors gets you points. These 4 X factors are the main reasons and main culprits from the squad that get you them points. Mo Salah currently, as things stand, is the highest goal scorer in the English Premier League and the highest assist maker in the English Premier League and the highest big chance creator in the English Premier League. Trent Alexander-Arnold currently is operating at the best right back in the world level. Virgil van Dijk is arguably, if not number one, minimum we're gonna have him is number 2 center back in the whole world. Alisson is obviously the best goalkeeper in the world. These are the things that I talk about when it comes to us keeping our calm as a fan base and always addressing the positives and the negatives. It's okay for people to address negatives in the club, in the squad right now, even though they aren't many. It's okay for us to just address the positives and speak about it. That's why in the summer, I still remember the conversations. I was there on Twitter Spaces, and I actually see myself being so much more calmer now that I'm not on Spaces. Big up to everyone on Spaces, though. Shout out to them. Incredible group of guys and stuff. But I feel like, Spaces, sometimes you have to be on a kind of a different vibe when it comes to talking football, if you would like. I look at the current state. Big up Karimi for the super chat. Big up to you, Habibi. Empty super chat, but we appreciate it regardless. I look at the current state of this Liverpool team, of the X factors. And I still remember there were people in the summer. Redline of Teranga will vouch. Tyler Jones, if he's watching, will vouch. So many people who listened to Spaces in the summer, the likes of Captain Salah and others, will vouch. There were people actively trying to get us to sell Mo Salah in the summer and thinking that it's all going to be sunshines and rainbows. There were people trying to get rid of big Virgil van Dijk. There were people trying to get rid of 3 of our X factors. I think the only guy that actually had complete 100% agreement was Alisson. And of course, Alisson last season was our best player by far, in my opinion. Now, I have an unpopular opinion of the day. Red line of Teranga, close your ears. But I'm going to say something. And I was thinking about this today. You know how, Lauren actually mentioned this last time in the chat, and many people were talking about it. Like, oh my God, we miss Mo Salah. Bring back Mo Salah from AFCON. And I was thinking to myself, unpopular opinion of the day. Had Egypt won AFCON instead of Senegal 2 years ago, I think Liverpool win the quadruple. Because the level that Mo Salah was playing at before he went to AFCON was probably on the road to becoming maybe the greatest Premier League season we've seen out of an individual ever. The stuff that Mo Salah was doing on the Premier League pitches should have been illegal that year. And it's making me think now, Egypt, obviously, Thank you so much, Fuzzy, man, like Fuzzy in the chat. Egypt, obviously, it's been a while since they won AFCON. It's been a really long time. I don't think they're favorites right now, but maybe they're fourth or fifth favorites. Morocco has a better team on paper. Algeria has a better team on paper. You know, Cote d'Ivoire, it will always be a threat. You know, Cameroon will always be a threat. Nigeria will always be a threat. So, you know, we're kind of in a position where, like, you're looking at this Egyptian team, and maybe on paper they ain't the best. But I'm looking at AFCON currently, and I'm thinking in my mind, if Mo Salah comes back as the African champion with Egypt, the confidence that it will bring to Mo, and the strength and the mental, you know, positivity that it will bring to Mo, I don't think could be traded. Now with Endo, it's different. I think he was in the team that won AFCON, won Asian Cup with Japan 2011. Let me Google it just to double check. Wataru Endo. Let me just Google it. I think he was actually in the team because we beat Japan. We actually drew with Japan 1-1 in that Asian Cup. Let me just double check if he has an Asian Cup with Japan. Yep. No, he was the runner-up in 2019. That's when Qatar won. I don't think with Endo it really makes a difference because Endo is like maybe even a different type of player on the pitch. But with Mo, I think there's only two scenarios that I would like for Mo Salah and AFCON. And the two scenarios are as follows. Either Egypt get knocked out of the group stages or Egypt win it all. I do not want anything else in the middle. Because both outcomes, like, maybe we just weren't good enough. We go again if they get knocked out group stages or something. But, you know, in terms of like them winning it, I think it would give him like 3, 4, 5 extra years to go ahead. And there's been talks about all these X-factors getting a contract. And you know how the FSG system, the FSG model, by the way, I'm still FSG out. The FSG system, the FSG model is essentially when players do get to Mo Salah's age or Alisson's age or Van Dijk's age to essentially sell and get the next Mo Salah and get the next Virgin and get the next whoever. That's the money ball kind of attitude. You don't really give contracts to players who are like 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And I look at, you know, certain people in the fan base, and I look at the way we operate, and I think the infamous statement in the summer was, from a business perspective, it makes sense to sell Mo Salah. And I always sat back and had one singular response. Guys, we are not accountants. We are not accountants. We are not, bankers. We are football fans. We support Liverpool Football Club. We don't support the Liverpool Bank. That's not who we support. We support Liverpool Football Club. And us supporting Liverpool Football Club means that we're not here to discuss what makes sense from a business perspective or not. We're here to discuss what we want for Liverpool Football Club to win, what we want for Liverpool Football Club to succeed, what we want for Liverpool Football Club to take it to the next level. That is what we want. What Mo Salah gives you, what Trent gives you, what Van Dijk gives you, what Alisson gives you is all invaluable. These 4 players win you games. How many times have you been watching Liverpool this season and Alisson would save a one-on-one and then 2 minutes later Liverpool are up the other pitch, up the other side scoring a goal? My forward that you guys wanted to sell, some of you frauds, not you guys, because people on this channel usually, you know, we operate differently, has the most goals, most assists in the league. Trent Alexander-Arnold is playing on some next level shit. And there's people comparing him to Pedro Porro. If you put Porro and Trent in the same sentence, I'll just give up. Virgil van Dijk has operated on a next level this season. I wouldn't say he's come back to his 1920 best, but he's like at least at 80% of that. And 80% Virgil van Dijk is still better than 90% of the center backs in the world. And these 4 players are going to be very important for us. And I look at Trent Alexander-Arnold as the future Liverpool captain. And I think over these next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, obviously Salah will have a year where he leaves. I'm going to be really sad. Alisson's going to have a year where he leaves. I'm going to be really sad. Van Dijk's going to have a year when he leaves. I'm going to be really sad. But with Trent, obviously because of his age, he's going to be there for a lot longer. And this is what I expect of him. And the step ups that he's done this season is exactly what I look and expect of Trent Alexander-Arnold, because he is the best right back in the world. Big up to Red Line of Tarango, says, want Japan to win the cup, Endo back as a champion. Yeah, but Red Line of Tarango, respectfully, Wataru Endo, I think right now is probably more exciting, for him, his times at Liverpool, maybe with his own national team, because Japan, for the people that don't know, first of all, Japan are winning the Asian Cup. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm from the Middle East. I'm from the continent of Asia. 90% of the people expect Japan to be lifting the Asian Cup. Now, with Mo Salah in Egypt, it's completely different. It's essentially an underdog story. So hopefully they do win it. And I will be praying for Egypt to win it, because I think we'll get Mo Salah back confident. And yeah, that's what I want to see. So big up to you, Red Lion of Teranga. But I don't think Japan not winning the Asian Cup is going to affect Endo positively, but I want them both to be successful or get knocked out in the group stages. Big up to Sidi, who says Salah playing midfield for Egypt, he has longevity. This is the thing as well. Like, people are now confusing aesthetics with actual footballing ability. Can Mo Salah play make? Yes. Can he create? Yes. Can he finish? Yes. Does he have smart positioning? Yes. Like, this guy can go on for the next 3-4 years with ease. We don't need him. By the way, he's no longer using his pace and power the whole game like he used to. Now it's a completely different side of Mo Salah, where he's creating on some next level stuff. Sorry for the stray, but it's reality. If Darwin Núñez just took the opportunities that Mo Salah alone created for him, like, Mo Salah would be on like 15, 16 assists already. This is the thing. Like, the day Salah leaves, I will cry, bro. The day Klopp leaves, I will cry. The day Van Dijk leaves, I will cry. If Trent ever leaves, I'll cry. If Alisson ever leaves, I'll cry. These 4 or 5 people, like, bro, they've been so influential to where we're at. Big up to my guy Felipe, who said you should dump Europa and focus on the title and the cups, to be honest. Cups, it's 1 game a month. Europa, so many. Sell Salah, he's finished low. I actually want to shout out Felipe. Obviously, Felipe is being sarcastic for the people that don't know him. Like, he's literally been watching the channel. You guys already know. He was on my streams all summer long. Felipe, as a Newcastle fan, was defending Mo Salah week in, week out. He was sending super chats to the channel, supporting us. Despite I'm not Abby, because he has a crush on Abby. He's always, and when he sends super chats to Abby, he sends 14, not 7.99. He sends the golden one. So Abby is impressed. But he was there all summer long, sending super chats, talking about how important Mo Salah is. And people just didn't get it. People just didn't get it. People saying, get Saka as the replacement. Imagine we get Mo Salah. Imagine we got Saka this season. Imagine we got this season, this version of Saka. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, it's just, have some shame. Honestly, have some shame, you guys. Have some shame, you guys. I'm so glad we kept Mo Salah. I'm so glad we kept all our good players and got rid of the shit ones. Hold that, Henderson. Fabinho, personally, I would have kept him, but 40 million, I get it. Like, probably never going to get that again given his age. But I would have kept him 1 more year, Fabinho. But with Henderson, I was never happier to see a player get sold. Big up to Karim, who says, Hussam, would you want Kimmich at Liverpool? Karimi, let me ask you a question. Would you take Megan Fox as your wife? Would you take Rihanna as your wife? Would you take Ferrari as your car? Would you take a private jet? If the answer to that questions are yes, then the answer to my questions is yes. Because Kimmich is the Rihanna. Because Kimmich is the Ferrari. Because Kimmich is the private jet. Because Kimmich is the 5-star Michelin restaurant. Because Kimmich is unbelievable. And you had the dumbass Tom Little in the summer go like, Kimmich and Trent can't play in the same team. Because you know what it is, Hassam? When Trent invades, Kimmich is not going to do this. Kimmich is not going to do that. Bro, Kimmich would ball out at Liverpool Football Club. Are you mad? Are you mad? Kimmich would dunk on... Bro, imagine a midfield 3 of Kimmich, McAllister, Szoboszlai. Bumbaclat. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. And when Trent comes back, when Thiago comes back, maybe you could run a Thiago Kimmich double pivot. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Please. Whew. Big up Kimmich, man. Big up to my guy Edrin saying, are you afraid the draw to Real will draw Trent to it? Ed, can you please explain what you mean? Can you kind of just explain what you mean? Explain what you mean so I can respond to it. Explain to it in in a normal chat. Just explain it in a normal chat. You don't have to send another super chat. Just I know what to respond to because I don't get to. The draw to Real will draw Trent with. You mean like the Real pull, basically, the Real Madrid pull. If you're talking about the Real Madrid pull, then fair enough. No, I get what he means, but is he talking about the pull, basically? Here's the thing, Ed. Look, I'm under no delusion that Real Madrid is the draw to play for Real Madrid. Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world. Let's just cut the crap here. Let's just say it as it is. Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Of course, 95% of football players want to play for Real Madrid. But Trent is Scouse born and bred. It's kind of like Saka with Arsenal, Foden with Man City. It will be extremely difficult to get said football players out of said football club, unless like 3-4 years from now, as an example, like, I don't know, Pep Linders is our manager and we're like 15th and we're not matching Trent's ambitions, then okay, maybe he does make the move to Real Madrid. But now I don't see it happening anytime soon, but listen, I'm not under any delusion. Real Madrid are the most attractive club in the world for anyone to go to. That's the thing. Big up to Red Line of Terang as well. Says, wouldn't even want Mbappe as a Salah replacement. As an addition, yes. Mbappe would probably stay 2-3 years and drag the club through the mud. Ain't no Salah. Speaking of Mbappe, have we hit 100 likes yet? Let me check. Let me check the like count. Okay, guys, we're on 130 likes. Get the likes up. Let's get to 150. And let's talk about this Mbappe thing. Big up to Red Line of Teranga. Big up to Sidi, Karimi, Felipe, and Ed. And you know what it is, Red Line of Teranga? Sometimes a picture or a video speaks 1,000 words.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Mbappe. All you need to know is there's a chance. Is it likely? Hell no. Can we compete financially with Real Madrid? Hell no. Do we have more pull than Real Madrid? Hell no. But is there a chance? You damn right there's a chance. You damn right there's a chance for Killy to join Liverpool Football Club. I'll give you guys the order. I'll give you guys right now the specific exact order of the Mbappe thing happening. Number 1 possibility goes to Real Madrid. Number 2 possibility stays at PSG. Number 3 possibility, join Liverpool. So what you guys need to understand is, number 1 highest possibility is Kylian Mbappe to go to Real Madrid. And I think, personally, that's what's going to happen. Now, if Real Madrid do fumble the bag, we will be there. We will be there. Do dua. Pray that Madrid fumble the bag. Because if Madrid fumble the bag, Red Line of Teranga, and everyone in the chat, if Madrid fumble the bag, we will be there. We will be there, Habibi. We will be there. Nothing's impossible. And by the way, I want to explain something to the people. People don't understand this. With Kylian Mbappe, we're going to pay him a lot of money, right? And I know the accountants would love to hear shit like this. Guys, Mbappe shirt sales alone that would be generated by Nike would essentially pay for the whole transfer, just the fucking shirt sales. You guys don't understand what a gigantic marketing pull Mbappe is. This makes sense even from a business perspective. So don't think that Liverpool can't afford it, because the money that we'll pay will make the next day from shirt sales. You get it? How many people are going to go buy Mbappe Liverpool shirts? We just have to make Luis Diaz make a sacrifice and give the number 7 shirt respectfully. You get me? So yeah, that's what basically needs to happen. But listen, man, Never say never type thing. But I would say we're the third possibility. One, Real Madrid. Two, stay at PSG. We are the third possibility. So, yeah, that's essentially it. Red line at Teranga. We are the third possibility for Kylian Mbappe. And you know, in my whole lifetime, I'd say Liverpool have signed one world-class player. Like signed a ready-made world-class player. Actually, no. In my whole lifetime, I'd say two world-class players in my lifetime. Thiago, obviously, he was looked at as the best midfielder in the world. And people don't know this. But when Fernando Torres was at Atletico Madrid, he was also world-class. So he joined us as a world-class player. So these two were the world-class players that I've seen us sign in my lifetime. And you know, it's funny because when I was on Footy Judge Mo's channel and I was doing the debate with LB, people do not understand when it comes to Jurgen Klopp and the argument of doing less with more. You know, when you say stuff like Jurgen Klopp is a better pound for pound manager than Pep Guardiola, people get triggered. But just because you got triggered does not mean that it's not reality. Pep Guardiola, pound for pound, is a better manager than is not a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. Pep Guardiola is the perfect manager for Manchester City. Perfect. Pep Guardiola has wined and dined at the 5-star elite restaurants his whole life. Jurgen Klopp has to start as a line chef, and then a cook, and then a sous chef, and then a head chef, and then he has to go open up another restaurant and open up another restaurant and work his way all the way through. It's not the same for Pep Guardiola. And you know the problem with lumping trophies together is you don't take into account the degree of difficulty. Liverpool's Premier League title degree of difficulty was 5 stars as soon as Jurgen Klopp walked in. And this is why last season, people need to understand, selection loves to twerk for Tom Little. You know why? Because both him and Tom Little were Klopp out last season. I was one of the few people to take a step back and go like, so if we get Amarim, or if we get any of these guys that people want to replace Jurgen Klopp, all that's going to happen essentially is we press the reset button on this whole thing. Jurgen Klopp, for me, and the stuff that he's done for Liverpool Football Club can only be achieved by elite, unbelievable managers. Would Pep have won a league title at Liverpool? Yeah, maybe Pep would have won a league title at Liverpool. Would Pep have even taken the job at Liverpool? The answer to that is no. Because FSG would not have been able to hand Pep Guardiola everything he needed. And before Pep Guardiola walked into Manchester City, Pellegrini won them a league title. Mancini won them a league title. Can everyone in the chat please tell me, since Jurgen Klopp left the Bundesliga, who has been winning the Bundesliga year in, year out, year in, year out? Bayern Munich. Hey, who won the league last year? Bayern Munich. The year before, 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 Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich. Oh, you go back all the way till you find Borussia Dortmund manager Jurgen Klopp. It's a completely different test, managing the likes of Dortmund and managing the likes of Manchester City. And I look at our current situation, and I'm so glad that the club did not sack Jurgen Klopp. And I'm so happy that I wasn't one of the people who fell for the rival fan BS, where they come up here and say stuff like, oh my God, Jurgen Klopp should be sacked. No, he shouldn't be sacked. Because who else would we have gotten? Let's be real now, you guys. What? Amorim? Brendan Rodgers of Portugal? Like, bro, it ain't nothing special. Xabi Alonso, we don't even know if he's ready for this level yet. So we need to take a chill pill. Last season was horrible. Last season was on Klopp, and I stick by it. I think Jurgen Klopp last season was probably the biggest culprit of where we were. That does not change the fact that Jurgen Klopp still is, for me, the best manager available currently for Liverpool Football Club. And Jurgen Klopp needs help. And this is where, you know, I like to be balanced when it comes to these debates. You know, I'm very happy and I'm very positive that we're flying high right now. Top of the English Premier League, through in the Europa League, halfway to a Carabao Cup final. FA Cup, we beat Arsenal away essentially with our C team. So obviously, I'm very happy. But because Hussam exists in the ideal in the real world and not in the ideal world, you know my problem sometimes. Actually, know my problem. My problem is I don't like to get too ahead of myself. I don't like to sit up here and just chat shit for the sake of it. Oh my God, we're gonna win the quad, we're gonna win the league and the Europa and the Carabao and the FA, we're gonna win everything. Look, Liverpool Football Club, as things stand, are in the best position in the whole league. Top of your group in the European competition, on the way to a Carabao Cup final, won your FA Cup game. Liverpool Football Club are doing really well. And let us all cut the crap and be honest. Domestically, if it weren't for the biggest VAR farce in the modern era, Liverpool Football Club would be undefeated right now. So obviously there is a lot that Liverpool Football Club are doing right. But this reminds me, this season is a mixture of 2020, 2021 and 2021, 2022. This season reminds me of the quadruple charge season and the season where we had the centre-back crisis combined together. We're currently in January 13th, in certain parts of the world, January 12th. And I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, what do Liverpool Football Club now need to do to put themselves in the best possible position to win trophies? I think Liverpool could probably win the Carabao Cup. I think we're the outright favourite for the Europa League. I think the FA Cup, it depends on the draw and all about, like, I get it. It depends on the draw. If we get Norwich, Bristol, Maidstone, all these clubs at Anfield till the semi-finals and stuff, I'm like, okay, obviously we can win. But in the quadruple charge season, Thiago and Fabinho had to take steroid injections in their knees to play a Champions League final. Now, you know what I don't want? I don't want to hear the sad speech come May time. Oh, we're coming up against the state-owned club, blah, blah, blah. We already know this. You already know right now that Man City have all the financial power and they have the best squad and the best team in the league. If it were up to me and I was the Liverpool owner and I'm this crazy Arab guy that wants to win and has the ambition, I would give Klopp Tony Palhinha and Inacio tomorrow, for us to win the league and win all the other competitions. The problem is, I don't think the ambitions of Fenway Sports Group is the same ambitions that we have as Liverpool fans that want to win. I think if you send yourself to a alternative reality world in which you're sat in a room with John W. Henry and no one can hear you except John, and you ask him, John, no one's ever going to find out. Would you take third place for the next 10 years because it guarantees Champions League football? He would shake your hand on the spot for that deal. Now, if Liverpool Football Club do a cup treble season, if Liverpool win the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup, I wouldn't necessarily consider it a failure. But what I would say in reverse is, if Manchester City get their targets that they're looking at this summer, which is the likes of Musiala and Kimmich and etc., winning the league next season will be an even bigger test than winning it this year. Manchester City, it seems like, might not sign anyone in January, probably maybe sell a couple of guys, and they're not looking as strong. So will we capitalize? Will we make the signings? And two of the examples of the signings that will help us capitalize are on the thumbnail. Guys, you need to understand something. Matip, out till the end of the season. Tsimikas injured. Robertson injured. Trent injured. McAllister just come back from injury. Soboslai injured. Gravenberch had an injury in this season. Curtis Jones has an injury in him. Diaz has an injury in him. Gakpo has an injury in him. Jota has an injury in him. Now, I look at this current team, and because I exist in the real world, I don't exist in the alternative reality. Let me make something clear from now. Injuries will happen. Please don't think that from now till the end of the season, we're going to get 0 injuries. Obviously, we're going to get injuries. 100% we're going to get injuries. Hopefully, we're not going to get any injuries. And, you know, if any of the players need my hamstring, I would happily give them my hamstring, you know. But obviously, injuries do happen in football. And there's a bastard competition people aren't thinking about. The Europa League. Whoa. People in the chat are saying stuff like, we shouldn't take the Europa League seriously. Blah, blah. I agree with you. I said from the start of the season, we shouldn't take the Europa League seriously. You know the problem? Jurgen Klopp's taking it seriously. So now the question becomes, do we play Konate and Virgil every game from March till June? Obviously we can't. Obviously we cannot play Konate and Virgil game in, game out, game in, game out, game in, game. We can't. We cannot do that. And because we cannot do that, and because I exist in the real world, I recognize that there are certain positions where we need transfers. And when it comes to the center-back position, that for me is top priority. Joel Matip is out till the end of the year. Joel Matip is going to get sold more than likely in the summer, or move on more than likely in the summer. Why not get the Joel Matip replacement in now? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Kwanzaa is a very good player. He's a prospect. He's promising. But at the same time, Kwanzaa is not a Premier League winning centre-back. Neither is Joe Gomez. We have 2 Premier League winning centre-backs, Premier League level winning centre-back. And that is Konate and Virgil. Those are the 2 I would trust against every team in the English Premier League. Now, I was actually speaking, big up Haz, many guys don't know him, big up Haz, who used to be a top red that used to mock me all the time and indirect me all the time. And, you know, I'd love to do this to Hussam, and I'd love to do that with the Hussam, blah, 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 blah. I spoke to him 2 days ago. I messaged him, I'm like, you know, this is the times where, like, I just wish FSG would just back Klopp a little bit. And he was like, you know what, Hussam, for the first time, I actually agree with you, because Joe Gomez cannot clone himself. And this is the thing that people are not recognizing. As things stand, think about it for a second before you attack me. Joe Gomez is covering right back, left back, and center back. Joe Gomez is the James Milner of our back 4. Now, all I'm saying is, just to get ready, if there is any injury happening, and just to get ready when we get to the round of 8 and the round of 4 and the semis and the blah, blah, blah and the Europa League, obviously, we need a centre-back. And if the centre-back that's going to come in this summer is going to take time to adapt and blah, 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 then might as well just get the centre-back in now. And when you get the centre-back in now, you give him adaptation time with playing Carabao Cup games, with playing FA Cup games, with playing Europa League games, even with playing Premier League games, maybe against the weaker opposition. You know, imagine we have a game, I don't know, against Sheffield at home, you know, you can pull up with a centre-back partnership of Diomande and Joe Gomez, or Todibo and Joe Gomez, or Inacio and Joe Gomez, and be good. But if it was Gomez and Kwanzaa, you're like, whoa, I know Kwanzaa's good, but this is the Premier League and I'm a bit worried. And you'd be under every right to be worried. And also, what if we draw a tough opposition in the Europa League? Has anyone ever thought about this, by the way? Because once again, forget what me and you think about the Europa League. Forget what me and you would treat the Europa League. Let's look at reality, you guys, and how Jurgen Klopp is treating the Europa League. Is Jurgen Klopp taking the Europa League seriously? Yes, Jurgen Klopp is taking it seriously. So now let's seriously look at the matter. Jurgen Klopp is taking the Europa League seriously. So now the question becomes, what if we draw AS Roma? What if we draw Bayer Leverkusen? What if we draw one of the tougher teams in the Europa League? Then what's going to happen? Because you see, these are the hard-hitting questions that no one can answer. What are we going to do if we draw a tough team? So you're going to go Thursday away in Leverkusen, play Konate and Van Dijk, and then come back in the Premier League game, play Konate and Van Dijk, and then be at home to Leverkusen, play Konate and Van Dijk again, and then the Premier League game after that also play Konate and Van Dijk, and then suddenly it's an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, and you're going to play Konate and Van Dijk, and then the game after it is a Premier League game, we're going to play Konate and Van Dijk. These are the things that I'm talking about. If it's someone like an Inacio or a Diomande, big up Joe, before he accuses that he has to send a super chat, big up Joe. If you do get a center back like a Diomande or a Todibo or an Inacio, you could help this squad and this team win multiple competitions. Now, if it were up to me, I would sign DM, center back, striker. But once again, just like I'm asking people to exist in reality, I'll exist in reality myself. If we sign a center back, I'd probably be happy because I have zero expectations towards FSG. There's a reason why I'm FSG out. There's a reason why I have enough of FSG. I cannot stand these bastards, and I'd get rid of them tomorrow if given the chance. So yeah. Anyway, a couple of super chats here to read. Big up to my guy, Red Line of Tarango, says, look at Chelsea. Sacking Tuchel was a huge mistake. Despite Tuchel being a fraud, sacking Tuchel has actually cost Chelsea 100%. And I think Todd Bowley is the main culprit for where Chelsea are at right now. That's why last season, so many people on YouTube who are being positive right now and are saying all this stuff turned on Jurgen Klopp last season. I'm not one of them. I did not turn on Jurgen Klopp. I was pro Jurgen Klopp. I defended Jurgen Klopp. Yes, it was his fault last season, but he has earned our support despite him having a shit season as a manager, because he's won it all, and there's literally no better option anyway. It's not like you're gonna get Pep or Ancelotti or something. You're not gonna get any of these guys. You know, that's the thing. You're just gonna get an Amorim or someone like that anyway. So there's no point. Big up to Samir Taylor, who says, who would you want to replace Klopp? I would take Alonso. You know, Samir, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, I look at the current situation with Jurgen Klopp, and I feel like this is I know you sent in a super chat and stuff like that, but this is a topic that I do not like to discuss. I do not even want to think of a world where Liverpool are not managed by Jurgen Klopp right now. I don't think I'm ready for that world, to be honest with you. You know, we are really spoiled with the football he gives us. You know, the fact that Anfield is intimidating. Bro, I was there 13 years ago when Liverpool Football Club lost to Blackpool at home. Charlie Adam and the other guy, not Terry Fletcher, Taylor Fletcher or whatever scored. Like, bro, I was there in the tough. I swear Wolverhampton Wanderers beat us. Under Roy Hodgson, there was a game, you know, where I think it was the Carabao Cup, and we barely beat Northampton Town at Anfield. Like, these are the things, like, bro, people don't know bad times. I've been there in the bad times. But that's why now, when we are in the good times, I want us to take us to the next level and win. There's no point of just being in the good time and just sitting there like, oh, we're doing really well now, and let me just sit on my ass and do nothing. That's not how life works. I love Jurgen Klopp, and I don't want him replaced. So listen, maybe ask me when it's closer to time. I cannot think of it now, but hey, Xabi Alonso has impressed me. And if he wins the league with Leverkusen, then yeah. Big up to Joe Cavalier, who says we need 3 players in January, not 2. Listen, if it were up to me, like I said, I'd sign 3 players. You know, so this is the thing. I think, yes, playing Hearts in Europa qualifiers. I swear it ended 1-1. Fabio Borini scored against Hearts in the Europa League qualifiers. That's why I find it funny when people say, oh, you only start supporting Liverpool when Mo Salah signed what? Just because I'm Arab, I have to just follow the Arab players? Using that logic, I should have been a Spurs fan then, because Mido was the Spurs striker, and he's Egyptian. So why wasn't I a Spurs fan? We do need... Look, if it were up to me, once again, I'd sign 3 players. But Joe, you know, with Liverpool Football Club, our expectations are this low in the transfer window. So there's no point for me to think way too high. Like there's no need for me to chat shit and say shit like, oh my god, I'm gonna take 3 players. Like obviously we would all take 3 players, but I don't look at Liverpool in a position now to sign 3 players to begin with. Like, you know, that's not kind of the thing we do. In the words of Josh in the chat, if we get one, we'd be lucky. Academy can't cover first team players risk injuries. No, they can't. No, they can't. And this is the stuff that I talk about. Let's use Connor Bradley as an example. Tom Little. Tom Little done really well against Fulham. Tom Little came on against Arsenal, 5-10 minutes, played really well. Now, Tom Little away in Germany, away in France, away in Belgium, in a tough, intimidating atmosphere in the Europa League, I'd be worried. This is the reality. Like, I would be worried. Now, academy players can play a role. Academy players 100% can play a role in our success this season. Academy players 100% can play a part. Academy players can 100% be a part of the success, but can be they relied on, you know, as the, you know, how can I say, as the foundations? No, 100% not. You know, that's why we need players, bro. There's a reason why. Look at the thumbnail. Look. Who are the two in the middle? Chat. Who are the two in the middle? Look. Big up to Val, by the way, for his fantastic work. Todibo and Inacio. Those are the two in the middle for a good reason. I think defensively we would struggle to the umpteenth degree without signing a player. This is the problem. This is the problem. I wish I was the owner of Liverpool, you guys. I promise you, if I was the Liverpool owner, we'd win it all every year. Like, big up to Inacio, Ivan, sorry, who says, you are just being realistic. Sometimes it's hard to hear the truth. FSG just doesn't spend money enough. My whole family is Madrid fans. They buy what they want. We are so lucky we have Jurgen Klopp. 100%. I didn't say I wish I was a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want to be the owner of Liverpool, not just a billionaire. You know what it is, Sheikh Jassim? I know you wanted to buy Man United and didn't work. Call me, Habibi. We can get a deal sorted. Anyway. I want to be in the cover of Forbes magazine. I think that's what the words of the thing. Big up Bruno Mars. Welcome to join my channel anytime you want, Bruno, Habibi. Bruno Mars, that is, not Fernandez. Screw that sewage rat. You know what it is? I think Liverpool Football Club could still succeed even in the Moneyball scheme, even in the Moneyball kind of way. That's why the two centre backs on the thumbnail are Inacio and Todibo. I'm not saying go and sign, you know, I don't know, like insert. You know who actually would be absolutely like transcendental for Liverpool? Araujo. If somehow we grow the biggest pair of balls in the world and convince Araujo to leave Barcelona and come join Liverpool, oh my God. Oh my God, Araujo. Oh my Lord. Araujo at Liverpool would cook. But he would probably cost 100 million or some shit. But you know what it is? Luis Diaz's dad said he wants to move to Barcelona, right? Call Barcelona, go like, I would like to suggest a trade. You can have Luis Diaz, give me Araujo. You can have Luis Diaz, Habibi. Let's make a trade. You take Diaz, give me Araujo. Let's rock and roll. Give me Araujo, Habibi. Yalla, let's party. It is what it is, Ivan. I do agree with you, though. We are lucky to have Jurgen Klopp. And listen, even if we can't just buy any player we want in the world, I still think even using our system, our style, We can still win even with these young centre backs. Bro, you know what it is? Sometimes you just need bodies to throw out there, different things to throw out there. Simple as. Simple as. Here comes selection chat. I reckon Klopp and his people know who they want in the summer, and I don't think it will deviate from these targets. And I understand FSG wanting a good deal. Maybe it's because I have some experience in negotiating. Well, first of all, selection, I think everyone has experience in negotiating. Not everyone, probably most people have experience in negotiating, even if it's going to a market and getting a price down. But the thing that you need to understand, with different evidences comes new opinions, comes different opinions, comes opinions that change via the reality that you're witnessing. Manchester City are obviously not as strong as last season. Liverpool Football Club are obviously a lot stronger than last season. There was someone in the chat who mentioned it earlier on. I think it was I'm not gonna say anyone wrong, but one of you guys mentioned it in the chat earlier on, where you were like, I think we're probably already exceeding expectations. I mean, had you told me at the start of the season, Hussam, you're gonna be in a Carabao Cup semi-final, you're gonna be through in the FA Cup after beating Arsenal, you're gonna be top of your Europa League group, and you're gonna be top of the Premier League, with the only game that you lost being a robbery against Spurs, I would have been like, you're lying. You know, because obviously the way that last season ended, and everyone thought like, okay, Szoboszlai, blah, 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 are going to take time to like, you know, kind of join the club and take their time to develop and etc. And they still will take their time to develop. But, you know, the work that Jurgen Klopp has done alongside this player has been phenomenal this season. And if I'm FSG, I'm looking at this team right now and I go like, I can win this season. I don't even have to wait. I can literally win right now. There's no need for me to wait for next year or whatever. I can literally build a strong team to win this league right here, right now. Simple as. Simple as. But thank you, Selection, for the super chat. I actually do appreciate your support, and you know this. Same with Ivan, same with Joe, same with the Red Lion, all the incredible guys, man. You guys always humble me with your support. Like, Selection probably disagrees with me like 80% of the time. The only time that he agreed with me was on the Onana point, where Tom Little was like, let's sign Onana. That's where Selection lost it. Selection was like, Tom, give up. You know, because I agree with Selection. I think Onana would be a horrible signing, but big up to you, Onana. Billionaire is a non-top red NFC fans theme song. I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. You should hear Lauren singing, you guys. Your ear would literally develop a new layer of wax to get rid of that shit out your ear. But I appreciate your Red Line of Tarango for the super chat. And yeah, listen, I wish I owned Liverpool. Obviously, it's not a possibility because I'm literally 28, like. But, man, had I been Liverpool owner, we'd literally be winning everything right now. You guys have no idea. Big up to Anan who says, Mbappe, Kimmich, and now Araujo. Did I tune in for a transfer news or a wet dream?
And Hussam, don't say anything about this when I say it. I think this guy's the best goalkeeper in the world. Now, don't tell me Allison this, Allison that. You stick to your man, I stick to my man.
This
and
is
we can
the
both
problem
live in
with this
peace.
fan base. This is
we can live in peace. No, this is not a problem.
This is the problem with this fucking fan base. Honestly.
It's not a problem.
You know, you guys
agreed
keep
with
saying
me.
Arsenal fans are bad. I swear you're worse than them. I swear.
How?
Onana United. You are linked as Manchester United to Eric Chopo Moting. And you want to come to me and you want to chat shit to me when you are linked to Chupo Moting. And listen, we don't have to sign Araujo. We don't have to sign Mbappe. We don't have to sign Kimmich. You know, but if I get asked the question, I will answer it. I mean, Kimmich, big up to, I think it was Karimi who asked me earlier on, would you take Kimmich? I said, of course I would. You know, and there you are, Lauren. Sorry, we only accept people to come on using camera. Hold that L on your head top, you fraudulent maple syrup merchant. With Mbappe, listen, I've already broken it down. Number one, Real Madrid. Number two, stay at PSG. We're just the number three. We're just sat there lurking. Madrid, if you fumble the bag, we will be there. And with Araujo, there is literally zero links. It's just a center back that I think would absolutely bang for us. But I appreciate you, Onana. Thank you, Habibi. Big up to Josh. This was $9.99 he could have spent on a meal from Uber. You get me? He says, I will be depressed in February when we get another injury, thinking ifs and maybes. No, 100%. You know what it is, Josh? You know, the one thing I love about myself is I'm capable of being positive when there's positive stuff happening. And I'm capable of being objective when I need to be. And I'm capable of being, critical when I need to be. And if we get injuries and we lose this league, or we lose these cups or whatever, I will have zero sympathy. I will come down on the football club and you will see Hussam the villain from post-quad charge season. I'm talking about Hussam calling out Curtis Jones type villain. And the reason why you will see that is we should have just strengthened in January. Oh, nothing guarantees a league title. Yeah, nothing guarantees anything in life. There's no guarantee that when Lauren sends a voice note, her voice doesn't crack, but she still sings. So there is no guarantees. There is literally zero guarantees in football, but you can still put yourself in the best possible position. So yeah. Big up to, thank you, Josh. Big up to Elburn, who says, odds on Tom to suggest a 21-year-old Bolivian on deadline day. You know the problem with Tom Little? Tom Little will go play Football Manager, and he'll come play FIFA, and then he'll come up with some name. Hassam. There's this lad in Bolivia. I don't want to make up a Bolivian name. They'll call me racist. Try cancel me. But you know what I mean? Like, you're probably right as well. That Tom Little guy is such a fraud. Tom Little says he does not want Kimmich because him and Trent can't play in the same team. I could slap myself right now, and I could just imagine my face being Tom Little's face and just slap it. Tom Little is one of those guys that when I first meet him, I'm just slap him in the face. That's my hi to him. Just slap him straight up. Simple. Oh my God. Big up to Josh, big up to Elburn, big up to Karimi, Redline of Teranga, Sidi, Felipe, Ed, Samir, Joe, Ivan, Selection, and Onana United for the super chats. Big up to you guys. You guys are absolutely incredible, man. You guys continue to humble me with your support. Wallahi, I'm so happy for all your love. I'm so happy. I'm so humbled. You guys have shown me so much love, so much support. Honestly, I don't even know what to say, man. It's literally 3:20 a.m. in Jordan. I'm just a innocent young man from the deserts of Arabia that loves Liverpool Football Club, and here to just, talk about the club that I love. 62% voted for Liverpool to win the Premier League. Mbappe dream 20%. 17% cup treble. Fair enough. Oh, now I sent strays at her voice. She wants to send strays at me. Guys, Lauren's 5-1. It's just, I think it's the short woman syndrome, they call it. Anyway, you know what it is with Liverpool? I'm very happy with where we're at right now. I think there's so many positives. There's so many positives for us to look at. There's so many positive things for us to say about the club. But at the same time, I recognize, listen, if you want to take this to the next level, if you want to win the league, if you want to win the competitions, you need to sign players. And this team is screaming out for a center back. And I will ask you guys just one question. If any of you thinks we don't need a center back, one simple question. Away at Arsenal in the FA Cup, when Konate was down for longer than 10 seconds, did you or did you not shit yourself? When Kwanzaa was down for longer than 30 seconds, did you or did you not shit yourself? Now imagine, God forbid, one of these guys go down and it's an injury. Then what? Joe Gomez cannot play right back, left back, and center back at the same time. Are you going to go against Man City at home, Bradley right back, Gomez and Van Dijk, and, one of the others on left back? And the fact that we were shitting it when those two guys went down tells you all you need to know. Tells you all you need to know. Listen, all Lauren does on the stream is take L's. She can hold that. Big up to Suleiman, who says, big up Hussam, great success to you, inshallah, always. Inshallah, always, as well to you, Suleiman, and all the incredible people in the chat as well. You guys are just unbelievable, man. I really do appreciate it. And look, despite strays and fraudulent people chatting shit, of course I'm humbled by you guys' support. You guys think this is normal to me? Like, bro, I still look at super chats till this day, 3 years in, and I'm like, yo, these guys are spending their hard-earned money to just support the channel, which is something I appreciate beyond you guys can even imagine. So this is why I actually have, when you see me, like, I actually have your names written down, as you guys can see. Like, I literally have a pen, and as soon as someone sends a super chat, I write their name down so I can just look down and shout you out all, man. You guys are just unbelievable. I honestly am humbled by your support. It's not like a joke thing. I really am. You guys have been absolutely incredible. And I do love you. I do love you guys. Like, this community has made so many games that were dreadful entertaining. I remember so many games this season. We spoke about travel, we spoke about cuisines, we spoke about relationships. Bro, this community right here, I would not trade it for the world. You guys are just unbelievable, to be honest with you. And you know, us together, we just one big happy family, you know? And yeah, this is why I genuinely, I'm humbled by you guys' love and support. So look, I hope Liverpool continues to humble the haters. And speaking of humble and humility, I hope Liverpool Football Club win every single game. I think this run, you know, towards the end of January is going to be very difficult. You know, start of February, you know, it's going to be a very difficult, you know, because we've got Bournemouth, and then we got the FA Cup, and then there's another Premier League game in there, and then we also have the FA Cup game, and then we also have Arsenal away. There's so much football for us to play, man. I don't think people realize how much football there is still left for us to play if the season goes as well as possible. That's why I'm just kind of worried about, like, you know, previous experiences with the quad charge and stuff like that. And it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yes, Lauren, those are the games kind of what I'm doing this weekend. You know, big up Vel. Sorry, Sulaiman. Thank you for the super chat, but sorry for the stray that I'm about to send Chelsea. But Vel DMs me yesterday. And he's like, Hussam, which thumbnails do you want? I'm like, United, Spurs, City, Newcastle. He's like, you don't want to do the Chelsea game? I'm like, hell no, I don't want to do the Chelsea game. 12:30 kickoff against Fulham. You think I'm going to do that game? Hold that. Only thing stopping Jurgen Klopp from a title this year is momentum shift. Klopp will accidentally win the league 30-plus games. Selection, how can someone accidentally win a league title? Selection, your hatred towards Jurgen Klopp and your agenda and your bias is so strong. You just said Jurgen Klopp could accidentally win a league title. I honestly have no words. Like, do you really believe you can accidentally win a league title? Do you understand that there are 38 Premier League games? And by definition, you cannot fluke 38 games. You know? Like, maybe you can fluke a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup, Bears, but you cannot say we can accidentally win a Premier League. And then his response is, ask Klopp, mate. So in 1920, when we had a record start and broke every single record there is to break in the world of football, you think we accidentally won the league? Yo, I don't exactly, like, imagine Klopp and May. I honestly don't know how we got here, but like, thanks, you know. I have no idea. Selection, what are you on, Habibi? What have you smoked or drank today? You dunce bat. Tom Little versus Nobbins, biggest tactic off. The only difference, I actually like Nobbins, to be fair, you know. Like, Nobbins is actually bearable. But you see why people like Selection are mad? Because this was Selection last season as well. You want to hear what Selection said? Let me show you a visual representation of the likes of Selection last year. Because people think it's like some sort of joke or blah, blah, blah. This ain't no joke, bro. This is the stuff, this is the shit that they were on last season.
I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
It's okay, Tom. Jürgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go. I just think this is what it's come to. I don't think the players are buying into it anymore. I really don't, because I looked at that game beforehand. I looked at it and I thought he's put out our best 11. He put out our best 11 that we had at the time. You know, we had the midfield, we had the attack.
This is what selection was on last season. Sell Klopp. Get rid of Klopp. Sell Klopp. And now look, we're top of the league. Through in the Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Hey, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Yo, big up to Tom Little, the fraudulent little nerd. Big up to him as well for his performance at right back against Fulham. And speaking of time to go, it's my time to go. It's like 3:30 a.m. over here. Look at this guy. I love the people when they're wrong and strong. You remind me of one of my ex's selection. The only difference is my exes didn't send me super chats. I actually spent money on them. Big up to you, selection. Big up to Omar. Big up to Ivan, Joe, Samir, Ed, Felipe, Sidi, Redline of Teranga, Karimi, Sulaiman, Elburn, and Josh for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to you guys. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to This Is Football. And stay on the stream because it's going to redirect you to Saad's channel, the Football Corner. They're talking about AFCON right now. So stick around. We're going to be redirecting to Saad's stream. Go over there and spam the chat with Majin Buu. I want you all to spam the chat with Majin Buu on that stream right here, right now. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow, inshallah. Newcastle, Manchester City watch along. Peace.